Okay, so first I need to redo the whole brush demonstration because that was really funky. I haven't seen the footage yet from when we shot it against the black background, but it seemed like the colors and the lights were kind of going in and out. But anyway, my story was that I had found this cute little brush, powder brush, over at the Target. Yeah, that's where I shop sometimes. It's actually one of my favorite stores. They have really nice office product section. But anyway, one-stop shopping. So I was wondering to myself how to get, because it came in the package with the two pieces side by side. I didn't know how to get the lid onto the brush. I kept, going, okay, I'm going to try to gather the brush all up in here, All right, so finally I was like looking at this thing and I noticed it moves and I went, oh, look at that. Yeah. So there's a little sleeve in there and the sleeve covers the brush so you can get the lid on. And then, boom, you have what looks like just a giant lipstick tube. How cool is that? And when you take the lid off, all you have is the brush. Fun. All right, sorry. What will they think of next? I'm such a geek. I know. I do know. I really do. I have lots and lots of geek points. So this test is kind of a sound test, and I wanted to see because the microphone that we're using is right here in front of me, in front of the computer, which is here. And then right in front of that is the microphone, and then I'm way back here. Okay, so I have here a box of Matchbox cars. I do. A big box. Thank you, Cousin Mike, for leaving these behind at Uncle Jim and Aunt Gloria's house. Because, oh my God, can you imagine? So much fun. We had these when I was a kid. We had lots of them. And we used to do some of the same things that apparently Mike and Al did too, such as repainting our Matchbox cars. And sometimes we did this because we had like two of the same kind or more than two of the same kind, and we just wanted to differentiate them. We did the same thing with action figures like Barbies and Gi Joes and things like that. If we got two of the same Barbie or two of the same Gi Joe, we would change their hair color. We would change on the Gi Joes. We'd put facial hair or whatever. We had all sorts of those action figures, and we had them all in the same toy box, which I'm told is kind of odd. Me and my brothers had the Barbies and the Gi Joes and the Big Jims and the whole family of Viking people and all that. The whole family of cowboy people, all of that in the same toy box. Like it wasn't gender segregated and that's a big deal or something. I'm like, no. We just moved a lot, so it was a convenience factor, and we always knew where to find them. And we had one whole box that was actually originally an ammo box. Yes, it was. It originally held a small bomb or something. This was the Air Force, so I'm not really sure what kinds of bombs might have been in these little boxes, but they were very sturdy boxes. My brothers still have them and still keep, I don't know, toys, tools, something in them. Very sturdy. Last a long time. And yeah, so we had one whole box for our Matchbox cars. Now, one of my favorite things about the Matchbox cars is when they came with a little bit of reality built in, like these guys with the doors open. I'm sorry, that is so cute. And so what we used to do is we'd have cities. We would build little cities like, oh gosh, we had this really great little spot when we lived in Hampton, Virginia, and we had a tree house in our backyard that we had built up in a tree. And I mean pretty far up. So underneath that, there were sassafras trees. And underneath that, and there were like 4 or 5 of them, and on 4 of them we had, connected them together and made this little platform. And then it actually had walls and had a trap door underneath to get in, and it was really fun. But underneath that, hardly anything grew with those sassafras trees there, so we turned that into a little city, and we'd make little houses out of things, and we'd have the little Matchbox cars drive between them and all that good stuff. Yeah, good times. I miss my brothers. I do. All right. But there's always video chatting. Yes, there is. And so I'm making noise here to see how that comes out on the microphone. Was that annoying? I'm so sorry. All right, well, but that's what tests are about. How annoying can we be? And the next question is, I'm going to be silent for a few seconds and see if you can hear the washing machine that is running down the hall. Okay. And that's just to see if that shows up on the video. Or I'm sorry, the audio. Yeah. So that's the end of this test.